Hello my friends, I hope you're having a wonderful day. So today I decided to make this video about how to stay on the right path during your spiritual awakening. And the interesting thing about this for me, which it makes it fun to talk about, is because this is something that I'm experiencing now. I'm going through this. So I'm not somebody who's like, I've had like tons of spiritual awakenings and so I know how to do what to do because I went through it this time and that time. No, I'm going through it now. So what I'm sharing is actually what I'm experiencing now and what I feel is keeping me on the right path and how I feel like I'm being rewarded for making these efforts. So number one, the first thing to do to stay on the right path during your spiritual awakening is asking the higher powers for assistance and for guidance. Ask your angels, ask God, ask the universe, whatever it is you believe in, because it's all going to the same place in my opinion. But whatever you believe in, ask for assistance and guidance with staying on the right track. And you can ask your angels for assistance with everything. I have been asking for the angels to the universe, to creation. I've been asking for my vibration to be raised. That's what I've been asking for. And I feel like I have been having opportunities for that to happen that have constantly come into my life. And I know that this is due to me asking and paying attention. See, a lot of times we ask for help with certain things and we don't get exactly what it is that we're asking for. We don't magically all of a sudden we're just on the right track. We don't get it like that. What we do is we get opportunities to stay on the right track. We get opportunities to move forward and to help us grow. And you have to start paying attention to the opportunities. Sometimes you'll get something, you ask for assistance, you pray, you're wishing for the best and hoping for the best, and then you get an opportunity and it's like, I don't want that, but I didn't want that. And a lot of times that is just a stepping stone. You take that opportunity and it guides you and leads you to the right direction. That has happened tons of times in my life where I may have been hoping for something or I wanted something. And even if it was something that I wasn't necessarily thinking about or planning on having, something would happen in my life that would guide me to something, and then something else comes out of wherever I was guided. It just happens like that. So pay attention to the opportunities, because that way you know that as you are communicating with the universe and with your angels and with the higher powers and your spirit guides, and you will be on the right path when you pay attention to the opportunities that you get, and don't let them pass by, because you have to sit around and keep waiting for opportunities and waiting till you get to the point that you actually notice them. So just start paying attention and ask for help and ask for guidance. Okay, the next way to stay on the right path during your spiritual awakening is to operate from a place of love. Now, this is not very easy to do living in the world that we're living in, because, people get on your nerves. You got people at work, you got families, friends, people who, really rub you the wrong way. But you got to learn to operate from a place of love. And that is, like I said, it's not easy, but make efforts. It's not easy for me because I have 3 kids. So it's not easy for me. I have a teenager, 19-year-old who thinks she knows everything. I have the very smart 7-year-old who has a million questions. And then I have the 2-year-old who thinks she's about to pull off the terrible 2s right now. So it's not it's not easy to always be positive. And when they're acting a fool, you're kind of like, stop that. Don't do this. Don't do that. Why I have now learned that right now I need to stay calm and just handle it a different way. And I've been doing this, and I realized that the big change in my home, just from Okay, so what's the problem? What's the problem here? Why are you being mean to your sister? What is this? What is that? And but you don't have to do that. And just communicate in that way. And then they're kind of like, all right, okay. But I noticed that the energy has changed over just a couple of days from me, adding that into my life. I dropped the little one off to daycare, and usually sometimes she's crying in the morning when you drop her off. These couple of mornings, she's just been like, hey, she go in there and she's fine. And I think that comes from the positive energy and the love energy that I'm putting out into my home. Everybody is kind of like, that's the thing. See, a lot of us, we don't realize how much power we have to change our surroundings, change the environment with just the way that we respond to people. And that really is all it takes. Just responding to people certain ways. Change the way you respond. Shout out to, how Infinite Waters, shout out to Infinite Waters, who always says 7-day vegan challenge. Well, try the 7-day love challenge. 7-day love challenge. Try saying only good things out of your mouth. Instead of responding in a combative way, try responding in a very, in just a peaceful way. Try to handle everything from a place of love. Do it for a while. Try it for 7 days. Make it like a little game that you play with yourself. When somebody cuts you off in traffic and they're acting crazy and you feel like shooting the middle finger, everything, just go ahead and, just ignore it and just try to operate from a place of love. You see, I didn't realize how important that was. It's like I'm nice to people who deserve it, but the people who don't deserve it, they can, But I've decided to just try that. Just try always operating from a place of love and just see. I think at some point you learn how to do it even in a way where you're still not being negative. You're still being positive, even if you shut it off, even if you ignore a person. Sometimes just try this. Watch everything that you say. Just watch everything that you're saying. Try that. And I'm pretty sure it'll help. I feel like last night I was laying in the bed and I was just laying there because a lot of time I like to try to meditate for a moment before I fall asleep. And I'm laying there and I'm just thinking about my family, my husband, my kids, and, just thinking about everything being great and everything being nice and how peaceful. And I just feel like because of the fact that I have been trying to handle everything in a loving way, that it's now making me feel very loving, and it's also opening my heart chakra. I felt as I was thinking about them almost like I got a little teary, and I'm like, that's my heart chakra is actually opening. So this is one of the ways to open your heart chakra, by just being kind and just communicating with a loving way when you speak to people. Just a positive way, a peaceful way, a way of creating peace. Just try that. So like I said, shout out to Infinite Waters. I love his videos, but let's try the 7-day love challenge. Let's see how that works. So aside from that, the next thing, efforts with your health. I think it's a woodpecker or something behind me. Making efforts with your health, right? Now, I'm not saying to become a health freak and work out 5 days a week and become a vegan today. I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is make some efforts. I know it's not easy to cold turkey and just stop doing certain things. So just make some efforts. A lot of us, we eat too much. We don't even need as much food as we eat. You will survive with less food. Trust me, you'll survive. So just eat less. Put less food on your plate. Just cut back on certain things. If it's not through that, make it be drinking or smoking. Just try to cut back on certain things that are going to help your body, because this opens your body up, whether you know it or not. It opens your body up to receive positive energy, to receive guidance spiritually. It does. Like a couple of months back, when I had decided to stop drinking wine, like I drink wine every night, not now, but I would drink wine every single night, like every night. And then it got to the point where it was like, okay, I'll drink on the weekend. And then I said, you know, I remember, I can't remember what I was doing. I was watching a video or something. And no, I kept seeing numbers, certain numbers I kept seeing. I don't remember which one it was. But when I would look it up, it kept saying about stopping something that's no longer serving you, bad habits, things like that. And then I started thinking about it. I was like, okay, let me just stop drinking for a while. And when I stopped drinking wine, I went on like a wine fast, and I didn't drink wine for a while. I think probably a few weeks, 2 to 3 weeks after that I didn't have wine is when I started feeling that kundalini, those kundalini chills and symptoms and the flashes of light and the buzzing and stuff. So obviously my body was numb from all the drinking, from all the wine. And it was like I couldn't really feel this energy flowing through me because I'm like tipsy, and then bedtime I pass out. I'm sleeping, don't even remember my dreams. So a lot of times, just make little efforts and little changes. You know, I've always been a kind of healthy person because I've worked out. I've totally fell off. I don't work out like I used to. I was working out 4 or 5 days a week, you know, lifting my weights and stuff. And I think that I started going through this spiritual awakening and I slowed down on it. I think it's because a lot of it was an ego thing. A lot of the working out super hard and wanting my butt muscle to the thighs, and I realized that was mostly ego, and I wasn't doing it just to stay fit and stay healthy. Now, I probably work out twice a week. I really fell off, you know, and I kind of want to do it more, but I know that I'm okay, you know, and as long as I'm being active, it's like, you know, kind of get out of that place of the ego where it's like, I just want to look this way, and, you know, I kind of like got out of that. But all I want to say is that as far as health, just make a few changes. Cut back on drinking if that's what you're doing. Cut back on eating too much if that's what you're doing. Just incorporate a few healthy changes in your life. Exercise a couple of days a week. I don't care if you start off 1 day a week. Just do something. And I'm telling you, that changes the energy in your body and opens you up to receiving. And you start to receive more. You start to see more because your body is functioning in the best way that it can. So that's one of the ways, for sure, to stay on the right path. Last would be being yourself no matter what. And when I say no matter what, I mean like no matter if this means that your relationship is going to end with somebody, your friendships are going to end, certain people are not going to be a part of your life, be yourself. If you can't be yourself around people and you have to do what they want to do, and like it's just not beneficial for you, you have to learn to really be yourself as much as you can. This is something that I am now learning today, which I wish I would have done like when I was 20, you know? And it took me until now, the age of 42, 40, to really start doing things for myself, doing things that I enjoy and that I love. A lot of times the things that we like so much, we've heard so many bad things about these things, and we've been brainwashed that these things are bad and that they're wrong. Psychics, oh, that's, the Bible says this and that about it, that's bad. Spiritual tarot cards and readings from spiritual advisors and things like that. Oh, that's wrong. That's wrong. The Bible said that's wrong. We have been programmed to believe that everything is bad. Oh, when you have crystals and you pay attention to crystals and stuff like that, that's something that has something to do with voodoo and stuff like this. It's not true. It's not true. The number 666, it is a bad number. It's not true. These are things that we've been programmed to believe is true. And believe it or not, that is what's stopping us from becoming who we are supposed to be and being the best that we can be. We're actually blocking it out and making ourselves believe it's wrong because of everything that we've been hearing about it being wrong, about it being bad, and this is not the right. Listen, what you're supposed to do is what makes you feel good inside, what makes your heart like if you're not hurting anybody, follow what it is that you love. Do what it is that you feel you're comfortable doing. Be yourself. Talk about all the weird shit that you like to talk about. Be yourself. And like I said, no matter what, if that means that certain people have to be out of your life because it's kind of a waste and you can't have a deep conversation with them, or it's not helping you to grow. It is what it is. That's being yourself no matter what. Okay? You might lose some of the people that are in your life, but you're going to gain the right people. And just work on yourself and prepare yourself for when those wonderful people enter your life, because they will. That's all I have to say about this topic, about staying on the right path, and what I feel has been helping me to stay on the right path. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, go ahead and like, subscribe, share, and all that good stuff. And until next time, peace and blessings.